Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to our channel. Today I want to take you this slow living lifestyle where I will be making sauerkraut, homemade sauerkraut. We have this cabbage. It's cabbage season and I don't want this cabbage to go to waste. It has been sitting on my kitchen counter, and I have been telling myself, get to work, Yasmin. So come along and let's make this beautiful cabbage and turn it into a sauerkraut. I know when I make sauerkraut, it's cheaper, it's affordable, it's healthier for my family, and it's good for the gut. So I am also involving this evening my children. If you are a young mom, make sure you involve the little ones. So Sharifa is with me, and I'm standing right there telling her, go ahead, slowly use the knife for safety and start chopping the cabbage. If you don't have a food processor, later on we will use food processor. You can just slice it so small, thin. That's the way at least we like it. So we'll just, the peel, we set it on a side. So we'll go ahead now. Sam is helping me with the food processor. Instead of slicing it, we decided let's just go ahead and take the cabbage into the food processor. It will be much easier for us because it's a big cabbage. So as you can see, the cabbage is all shredded, and I will go ahead and add Himalayan pink salt, about 2 big tablespoons. That's all I do. Honestly, I will just go ahead and mix that. That's it. And the extra cabbage, as you can see, I set it on the side. I have half a gallon mason jar. Make sure your mason jars are clean. It's important that they are clean. So we'll just go ahead and massage the cabbage with the salt. It will produce its own liquid. That's one thing I love about cabbage and zucchini and cucumbers. If you add little salt, if you do little experiment, it develops, look at it, so much liquid naturally. And we didn't even add any liquid to that, so that's great. So I just take my time and massage it, and then we will pour it into the mason jar. As you can see, the children are helping. It's important that we involve our children. Sometimes people say, oh, why are you making the children do this work? It's good for them. When they are growing, they can do these things for themselves. It's important that we teach them, we involve them. Children love hands-on. So if you are wondering, what will I be doing with these sauerkraut fermented? I let it sit on the counter about 10 days to 2 weeks. And then every time we eat, we just take a couple of tablespoons. So right now I will add caraway. It gives a good taste. This is caraway seeds, and it's gonna taste, it will give such a taste, and it's not so strong when you are eating the sauerkraut, so it's gonna be good. So all I'm doing is just mixing it, and then the extra cabbage peel that we had, we just go ahead and cover it. As you can see, the children are making mess, and you know what? That's a good way for them to learn. They have to make messes. So it's okay for the children to make mess. We have to be patient, and we have to teach them to continue. The more mess they make, the more they learn. So Sam's helping, and then I'm just gonna go ahead, wipe it, and clean the cover with a clean, wet washcloth. That is really it, how simple it is. And every time we eat, we just take a spoonful. But for now, you can see all the liquid on top. I will just go ahead and cover it, set it on the side, but I will put a plate underneath because I'm not going to cover it all the way tight because we want it all that gases to come out from the sauerkraut. And I don't want my counter to get dirty, so I'll just let it sit maybe a couple of weeks on the counter, and I'm loving it. It's fresh. It's gonna keep us for a while. It's cheap. It's organic. It is delicious, and you can see all the caraway on the sides, mashallah. Yep, it's beautiful. It's gonna be delicious and good gut for the winter. That's the goal. So now the second thing I am going to make is, we have tons and tons of beets, and it's from a neighbor of ours, and they had these beets and they are non-GMO organic. So I have a tray here. I will put all the washed beets and bake it this time. Normally, you guys have seen me, I boil my beets. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna let it sit for a couple of hours, 350, and let it bake. And then I will go ahead and chop some of these herbs. I'm thinking about getting some dill. I have a bunch of herbs that we have been growing and I have been using them. So I'll go ahead and use some of the dill for that, and a few different spices to add into the beets. So let's just cut a few pieces. Fall is here, but you know what? The herbs are thriving and I am just loving it. So now we got it out, the beets, and we let it sit for a while. As you can see, their skin, when I poke it with a knife, it goes straight through. It's nice and soft. So I have a pot with some water, and I will add some vinegar, and to sweeten it, a little bit of honey. I will just let that simmer. As you can see, some honey, water, and vinegar. That's really it. So we have some onions chopped. We have mason jars. I have 2 half-gallons. Purple onions, some of the dill. I have some, let's see, cloves and mustard seed. That's all I'm gonna add into the beets. And garlic. My husband is washing some garlic. So we peeled the beets, as you can see, cut them into slices. I used to make them into small mason jars, and then we would finish it so quickly because everybody loves beets. Beets are powerful, especially if you are a woman. They are so good for your cycle. Even men, it's good for your heart and all of that. So now my husband is helping me because they're still hot. We peel them, we cut them in half. We are giving the peelers to the chickens, and we will see if the ducks will eat them. Already, as you can see, here is the mix. The honey, the water, the vinegar. I will remove all that white stuff off of the top of it. So the beets and the onions and everything, garlic, all of that is into the mason jar. And pour the honey vinegar mix. Look how beautiful that looks. I'll take a spoon and just scoop all that stuff. I don't want that stuff on top. That's what it's looking. I hope you get a chance to make it, and I'm just gonna let it sit on the counter. As you can see, the fermented sauerkraut, the beets, and the sourdough starter on the side. I'll show you, but this is how it's looking, the sauerkraut. I'm so excited. Bismillah. Do your best to make your homemade foods for yourself, for your family. It's cheaper, healthier. The fermented foods are really, really good for us. As you can see, I like making these kind of things, especially winter season. All summer I haven't been baking bread. So I will do my best to go and back to making bread. My children and our family loves bread. So these sauerkrauts and beets, it's good for us. And the sourdough, as you can see. So I'm just going to let that sit and use for the fall winter season. If you are new to us, please subscribe, give the videos thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Slow living lifestyle, and make some delicious homemade foods for your family, and teach the children. It's good for them, right? Inshallah, that's at least the goal. I will see you guys next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
This is our line of products that we have on our website. We also have honey. This is raw honey, so it's really some of the best honey you can get. And then we have 10 other options here. Timely relief for balancing hormones, and tummy tonic for stomach, and sleep aid for helping to relax. And then also we have Yasmin's raw recipe book. So make sure you give us a thumbs up and check out all of our videos. Go to the website, fitrawellnesscenter.com.